Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff shares heartfelt update on her son as he tackles the odds. Fans of TLC's Little People, Big World watched along as Matt and Amy Roloff's 4 children transformed from kids into adults with their own growing families. As longtime viewers will remember, Matt and Amy share 4 kids: Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob. Of the 4, Zach is the only one who inherited the same dwarfism gene as his parents, while the other 3 Roloff siblings are all of average height. Viewers of the show watched as Zach navigated the world as a little person, played sports, and kept up with his average-sized twin, Jeremy. Now, 2 decades after the premiere of Little People, Big World, Zach's own son is out tackling the odds just like his father before him. Zach's wife, Tori Roloff, recently took to social media to share a heartfelt update on the couple's oldest son. Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff shares heartwarming photos of her oldest son. Fans of Little People, Big World watched Zach Roloff marry his average height bride, Tori Roloff, with TLC cameras rolling in July 2015. Since tying the knot, Zach and Tori have welcomed 3 children into the world: Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Unlike Zach, who grew up outnumbered by his average height siblings, all 3 of Zach and Tori's kids are little people. Tori recently took to Instagram to share what the couple's oldest son, Jackson, is up to now. Like many 8-year-old boys, Jackson loves playing sports. Little People, Big World viewers might remember that Zach loved playing sports too. He even went up against his average-sized peers during his high school soccer days. While the couple has shared that Jackson loves both soccer and baseball, it looks like he's up for tackling something new as well. In a heartwarming Instagram post, Tori revealed that Jackson just started playing on a flag football team. The TLC star captioned the carousel of photos, "Adding football to our lineup. Jackson's been dying to try it out, and we loved watching him do his thing today. Gosh, I love how fearless this kid is and how stoked he is to hang with his friends and play some ball." One proud mama once again. When the Little People, Big World stars aren't busy keeping up with their kids' latest activities, they often connect with fans through their podcast, Raising Heights. The couple launched their podcast in February 2024. The podcast launch coincided with the couple's decision to step away from Little People, Big World, which officially wrapped in April 2024 after 25 seasons. Since then, the former reality stars have used their podcast as a platform to share updates with their fans and raise awareness about the beauty and challenges that come along with living life as a little person. Little People, Big World, Matt Roloff reunites with sons amid family rift. Zach, Jeremy, and Jacob Roloff all gathered with their estranged father for the holidays. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff reunited with his sons, Zach Roloff, Jeremy Roloff, and Jacob Roloff, amid an ongoing family rift. On Friday, December 26th, Jacob's wife, Isabel Roloff, took to Instagram with a video featuring the Roloff men and Matt's ex-wife, Amy Roloff's new husband, Chris Merrick. "Yes, we got them in matching sweaters," Isabel wrote in overlaid text on a clip of twins, Zach and Jeremy, sitting on a couch with Matt as Chris and Jacob stood behind them. She added in the caption, "They loved it, or hated it, can't tell." In the comments, LPBW fans rejoiced over seeing Matt together again with his sons, with whom he had a falling out after negotiations failed for them to purchase part of Roloff Farms. He and Amy also share a daughter, Molly Roloff. One Instagram user declared, "My heart is happy seeing them all together." Another exclaimed, love seeing everyone together." Someone else pointed out, "Wow, it's been a long time. Far overdue." A different follower echoed, "This seriously makes me so happy seeing all the Roloffs together for Christmas. Life is short. Families need to stick together. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year." Meanwhile, yet another fan commented, "Caryn leaving seems to have made the atmosphere with the family more relaxed. Bye-bye. I hope they continue to be happy as a family." In July, Matt announced his breakup with his fiancée, Caryn Chandler. "Caryn and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement," Matt wrote via Instagram of the tough news, adding that they remain amicable. "Your support means the world to me, and I'm committed to moving forward with positivity and trust in the path ahead," he added. "Much love to all." In May, Zach gave an update on his relationship with Matt on his and wife Tori Roloff's podcast. "Oh, it's not great," Zach shared. "It's not, like, existent, I guess. Thankfully, it seems Matt is at least on speaking terms with his sons at this point. Who knows? Maybe season 26 will become a reality on TLC after Zach and Tori announced their exit following season 25, and Matt hinted at the end of an era. Matt Roloff is once again at the center of attention, but not for the reasons longtime viewers of Little People, Big World might expect. Instead of family negotiations, farm business, or emotional sit-downs, Matt is trending for something far more surprising. A bold, carefree escape to Cabo that has fans talking non-stop. And this isn't just a quick headline moment. It's a situation layered with context, history, and a major shift in how fans are seeing him today. Let's break it all down. For years, Matt Roloff has been portrayed as the mastermind behind Roloff Farms, a driven, strategic thinker who built something meaningful from the ground up. Viewers have watched him navigate business decisions, family disagreements, and personal struggles, all while maintaining a strong presence as the central figure of the show. But over time, that image started to evolve. His divorce from Amy Roloff marked one of the biggest turning points in his life. It wasn't just a private separation. It became a major storyline that shaped the direction of the entire series. Fans took sides, emotions ran high, and the once unified family dynamic began to fracture. Then came his relationship with Caryn Chandler, a relationship that brought both support and controversy. Some viewers believe Caryn brought stability and happiness into Matt's life. Others questioned the timing and the impact it had on the family. For a while, it seemed like Matt had found a new balance. But as recent developments suggest, that chapter may now be closing. Reports of Matt and Caryn's split have sparked a fresh wave of speculation. And right on cue, Matt appears in Cabo shirtless, relaxed, and fully leaning into vacation mode. And that's where things take a turn. Because this isn't the version of Matt Roloff fans are used to. Witnesses describe a completely different energy. Instead of the calculated, sometimes intense figure viewers have followed for years, this version of Matt is loose, smiling, and fully present in the moment. He's at the bar, enjoying himself, interacting with people, and showing a level of spontaneity that feels almost out of character. And naturally, the internet had a lot to say. Some fans immediately jumped to his defense. They argue that after everything Matt has been through, public scrutiny, relationship challenges, and ongoing family tension, he has every right to unwind. To them, this isn't shocking, it's human. They see a man who's finally allowing himself to breathe. But not everyone agrees. Critics have questioned whether this behavior aligns with the image Matt has built over the years. They point out that as a father, grandfather, and public figure, his actions are always going to be under a microscope. For some, the Grandpa Gone Wild headline feels less like fun and more like a disconnect from the role they expect him to play. And that's where this story becomes more than just a vacation snapshot. Because what we're really seeing here is a clash between expectation and reality. For over a decade, Matt Roloff has existed within a very specific narrative. He's been the problem solver, the decision maker, the person holding everything together, even when things were falling apart behind the scenes. But people change, and sometimes those changes show up in unexpected ways. A trip to Cabo might seem small on the surface, but in this context, it represents something bigger. It suggests a shift in priorities, a move away from constant responsibility and toward personal freedom. It raises questions like, is Matt redefining who he is outside of the farm? Is he stepping away from the pressure of always being the responsible one? Or is this simply a temporary escape from everything he's been dealing with? There's also the timing to consider. Coming right after his split from Caryn Chandler, this moment feels symbolic. Breakups often lead to reflection, but they can also lead to reinvention. And sometimes that reinvention doesn't look polished or predictable. It looks messy, spontaneous, and yes, even a little wild. And that's exactly what fans are reacting to. Because whether they admit it or not, people get used to seeing public figures in fixed roles. When those roles shift, it creates discomfort, but also curiosity. And curiosity keeps people watching. Meanwhile, another layer of this story involves the Roloff family itself. Matt's relationship with his children has already faced its share of challenges, especially when it comes to the future of Roloff Farms. Disagreements over ownership, expectations, and legacy have created visible tension that fans have followed closely. So now the question becomes, how does this new version of Matt fit into that already complicated dynamic? Will his kids see this as him enjoying life, or will it add another layer of distance? Will this impact future decisions about the farm? And will this shift carry into what viewers see next on Little People, Big World? Because if history has shown anything, it's that nothing in this family exists in isolation. Every action connects to something bigger. At the same time, it's important to acknowledge something simple, but often overlooked. Matt Roloff is not just a TV personality. He's a person. And like anyone else, he's allowed to have moments that don't fit neatly into expectations. He's allowed to take a trip, relax, and enjoy himself, even if it surprises people. The real reason this story is gaining so much attention isn't just because of what Matt did. It's because of what it represents. It represents change. It represents unpredictability. And it represents the idea that even the most familiar figures can evolve in ways we don't anticipate. So while Grandpa Gone Wild might sound like a dramatic headline, the reality is more nuanced. It's not just about a shirtless moment at a bar. It's about a man at a crossroads, stepping into a new phase of life, whether people are ready for it or not. And if there's one thing we know about Matt Roloff, it's that he's never been afraid to do things his own way. So the real question isn't whether this moment was shocking. The real question is what comes next. Because if this Cabo trip is any indication, the next chapter of Matt Roloff's story might look very different from anything we've seen before. And whether fans support it, question it, or debate it, one thing is certain.